Welcome to the Virtual College Exploration for all California students, sponsored by the College2Career Fairs and StriveScan. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on the bottom of your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off so the panelists cannot hear or see you. If you want to ask any questions, make sure you do it through the Q&A. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the full schedule at college2careerfairsconnect.org. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at that same website, college2careerfairsconnect.org. I'd now like to turn it over to our presenters.
Hi everybody, bear with me while I share my screen here. All right, there we go. So welcome to this WUE State session. We have a few great schools lined up for you here today. Let me move my windows around so I can find the buttons. Here we go. So my name is Ian Parent and I'm the Associate Director of Admission at Southern Oregon University. And for those of you not familiar with Southern Oregon University, some of the important points to consider are that we are a public four-year institution, primarily undergraduate degrees. We do have approximately 10 graduate degrees, but we're a member of the Oregon Public University system. Now, as Californians, I'm sure you're familiar with the UC and the Cal State systems. Oregon has one public system, which is similar to both of those, and there's 8 four-year universities in the Oregon public system. So we do belong to that. We have about 6,000 students total enrollment. And as you can see, we have small classes and a very friendly student to faculty ratio at 20:1. So even though we're a public institution, we really have more of a private feel for our students, a private feel in the sense of the amount of interaction they have with faculty. Close to 40 majors. We do have housing on campus that's guaranteed for all 4 years, and we do have men's and women's varsity sports that offer scholarships. Now, if you don't know where Ashland is, we are located about 10 miles over the border from California, right on the 5 freeway. So if you get on the 5 and head north, Ashland is going to be the first 3 exits after you enter Oregon. We also have an airport in Medford, Oregon, which is about 25 minutes from campus. And there you can see all of the direct flights into Medford. So pretty easy to get to. The flights servicing Medford are United, Delta, Alaska, American, Allegiant. So most of those large airlines will get you into the area. Now, Ashland does look small, 25,000 full-time residents. However, we're part of the Rogue Valley metro area, which has a little over 200,000 people total. It's the 4th largest metro area in Oregon. So within 20-30 minutes of campus, you're going to find all sorts of big city amenities, including that airport I mentioned. The other nice thing about Ashland is we have a vibrant tourist industry. So most of the economy of Ashland is focused on entertaining people, which makes it a really fun place to live and go to school. There's lots of things in the arts, music, entertainment, and then we're a great place for outdoor activities, much like the rest of the schools you're going to be hearing from today. Now, a lot of people have some preconceptions about the climate of Oregon, which are true in some areas and not so true in others. Having such a southerly location, we don't have your typical Oregon weather. Our average summertime highs are in the 80s. We will get up into the hundreds a couple times a year. And our average wintertime highs are still up into the 50s. So we're not as bitterly cold as some think it might be. We also don't have nearly the amount of rain that people think about when they think about Oregon. We get about half the amount of rain as Portland, and we even have less rain than the national average. We will get about 4 inches of snow per year. It usually melts off the same day. It usually comes all in one snowstorm. So you're not going to see a lot of snow on the campus floor throughout the year. But like in the picture there on the left, we do have a ski resort about 20 minutes away from campus because we're right at the base of that nice big mountain. So if you want to go play in the snow, it's extremely close and accessible. Now we are in a WUE session here today, so I want to talk about our WUE program. Our WUE is automatic for all California students who are admitted. We don't have any limits based on majors. We don't have any GPA restrictions. We don't have a deadline. If you're from California and you're admitted to SOU, you will have the WUE tuition rate. And you can kind of see what that rate means there. Our out-of-state tuition is about $28,000, and our WUE tuition rate is about $13,000 less at $15,000 per year. And that's based on 15 credits per term. You'll have that rate as long as you're a student at Southern Oregon. You don't have to complete your studies in 4 years, although our programs are not impacted, so you should easily be able to complete your programs in 4 years. But that WUE tuition rate will stay with you as long as you're a student at Southern Oregon University. You can also stack other scholarships on top of that WUE rate, and we even have some merit scholarships that are automatic for California residents who are admitted as well. All right, so lastly, we do have a priority application date of February 1st, but you can apply year-round. We have rolling admissions, so we will admit students year-round. The reason the priority date is there is February 1st, as you can see below, we have a scholarship deadline of February 15th, and that is a hard scholarship deadline. WUE and our merit awards are not part of that scholarship deadline, but there's about 100 other scholarships that are contained within that scholarship application. Things like diversity scholarships, private donor and departmental scholarships, even some athletic scholarships. We are test optional, so if you are a high school student, we only need the application for admission and your high school transcripts. We do not need your test scores. And if you want to check us out online, we have lots of virtual options. We have a virtual tour, which is really neat. And you can also schedule Zoom presentations with our admissions counselors via that admissions virtual link on the bottom. I'm also your resource. You're probably from Southern California, most of you. You can email me. My email address is there on the left. So if you have specific careers or majors in mind, or if you want to get into a little bit more detail about anything that I spoke about, please take a screenshot or a picture and send me an email. I would love to strike up a conversation. That's about it for my time, so I'm going to stop it here and pass it on to our next presenter.
All right, I'm just getting all my stuff pulled up here. Okay, awesome. Hi, everyone. My name is Dee Dee Orr. I'm a senior admissions counselor with Central Washington University. I work with a lot of our California students, so I put my phone number and my email address at the bottom of the screen there. So feel free to reach out if you have questions after this presentation. I'd be more than happy to help you out. So a little bit about Central. So we are located in the center of Washington State. We're located in this cute little college town of Ellensburg, Washington. And we're just, for some of you who maybe have been to Washington before, we're about an hour and a half east of Seattle and about 4 hours north of Portland, Oregon. So we're kind of right in the center of everything. And a lot of students like to come to us because of our location. I know a lot of you might be thinking about how Washington might be really rainy and you get, lots of gray skies, but since we're located on the east side of the Cascade Mountain Range, we get about 300 days of sunshine. So what that means is that you're going to have the ability to get outside. If you're someone who likes to go backpacking or camping or kayaking, all of those are in and within the Ellensburg area. You can actually rent out equipment from a club of ours that if you, again, want to go camping or backpacking, you can rent out those pieces of equipment. And Central is located right downtown Ellensburg, Washington, and it's a really walkable small town. There's lots of cute coffee shops, places to eat. We're known for our rodeo. It's actually one of the largest in the North American continent, which is kind of crazy. And again, it's pretty close to everything. So again, nice centrally located and lots of sunshine. And we're considered a medium-sized institution. So we have about 12,000 students that we serve. So what that means is that you're gonna have some of those larger lectures, but a lot of your time is gonna be in the smaller classes. You can see that our average class size is about 25. So what that means is that you're gonna be able to connect with your faculty, the professors a little bit better, have more discussion and dialogue with the students in your classes. You can see that we have over 135 majors and programs for you to look into. And some of our more popular majors, you can see at the bottom of the screen there, are business. We have an internationally recognized business program. If anyone out there is interested in education, we started off as a teaching college. So a lot of our students study elementary education and secondary education, music education. So if you're looking to become a teacher, we could definitely be a good fit for you. Music, speaking of, we have one of the largest music programs in the Pacific Northwest, and that includes music composition, music performance, music theater. So if you're looking to get into music, we could be a good spot for you. And we have a ton of sciences as well. So that includes our, hard sciences such as biology, chemistry, geology, environmental sciences. And we also that also includes a lot of engineering technology as well. So we have industrial, mechanical, and electronic engineering technology at Central. At the top left-hand corner of the screen there, you can see some of the more unique majors that you might not find at other institutions. So that includes aviation management. If any student out there wants to become an EMT, we have a really fantastic paramedicine program. Our construction management program has almost 100% job placement once you get done. We also have a sports management and apparel, textiles, and merchandising. So lots of things for you to choose from. Again, it's going to be that mix of in the classroom, but also a lot of that hands-on learning as well. And feel free to check out our website and you can find the full list of degrees offered at Central. So a little bit about the application process. So if anyone out there is thinking about applying to the fall of 2021 school year, we are currently accepting applications and March 1st is going to be our priority deadline. So along with the application, you'll submit the $60 application fee. There are ways to get that fee waived also. Submit to us your high school transcripts or college transcripts if you're transferring over to Central. For seniors out there, we are test optional, so you don't have to submit those SAT or ACT test scores, but we will take them if you do submit them. And if you have above a 3.0 GPA and you have all of your high school classes met, then you're guaranteed admission. And if you're coming in with below a 3.0 GPA, we might ask you to submit a personal statement, and that will just give us a little bit more context of you and your academic history. So again, as a WUE school, you can see it provided there the non-resident tuition, which is about $22,000. But all of our students, if you apply by March 1st and you commit to Central by June 1st, then you're guaranteed the WUE. And so that means it will actually knock off that tuition by almost half, so to about $12,000. It's open to any major, so it's not major specific, and there is no separate application. If you apply and are admitted to Central, then you are automatically considered for WUE. So again, it saves our students about $10,000 every year. And if you want any more information about that, you can also find that on our website. We are a D2 university, so I've included there some of our men's and women's athletics. If you are interested in becoming an athlete on campus, you can definitely find our interest form online for you to fill out, and you can also contact the coaches. And if you want any assistance with that, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to help. So along with sports, we have a ton of different types of clubs and organizations for you to join. You can see we do have some more academic driven clubs. So like our marketing club, our pre-medicine club, but we also have a lot of fun clubs too, like a rodeo club. We have a really fantastic marching band. We have over 100 different clubs for you to look into. So whether you want to be an athlete or if you want to check out some of the different clubs on campus, there's kind of something for everyone at Central. So if you want to stay connected to myself or just get to know Central a little bit better, you can see here some of our online experiences that we're offering. So feel free to reach out and we can make an admissions appointment. I'm happy to do phone appointments or video calls, whichever is easiest for you. We are also offering virtual campus tours if you want to check out our campus. We have some Transfer Tuesdays coming up, as well as information sessions that are specific to certain majors. We have our fall virtual preview day coming up at the end of October as well. It's going to be a 2-day event that's going to be, a mix of different colleges on campus, financial aid, clubs. So if you want more information about that, feel free to reach out and I can RSVP or get you RSVP'd for that. Yeah, and that about does it for me. Thanks everyone. Hope you enjoyed the presentation, and I'm going to pass it off to our next presenter.
Oh boy, give me a second here. It's not working again. Yeah, this one. It's always embarrassing when you can't get it to work right off the bat. Yep. You guys are still seeing the slideshow. I am so sorry. This happened earlier as well. If this will work. While we are waiting, no. Oh my goodness. I'm going to try logging back in. Give me just 1 second.
Did Jen already go?
Jen didn't go yet. I think she was having those same technical issues. So she was going to log back out and then log back in.
Oh, let me see. Okay.
But I believe she'll be our last presenter.
While we're waiting, if Dee Dee or Ian, if you guys have anything else you guys want to add, go ahead. Or if anyone would like to ask questions, this would be a good time to type them in the Q&A.
All right, can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So, sorry about that. I've had some computer technical difficulties the last day or two. Thank you for your patience. So my name is Jen. I am an admissions counselor here at Weber State University. I've been here for a few years. I actually attended Weber State myself, graduated back in 2015, and I'm back getting my master's degree right now. I've loved every second of it so far. So for those of you who do not know where Weber State is located, we are in northern Utah. We're about 2 hours south of the Idaho border and roughly 5 to 6 hours north of the Arizona, Las Vegas border, or Nevada border. We are in the perfect location. Our motto is Mountain Meets Metro. We are right on the mountains, the Wasatch Front. So you have all of that easy access to all of the outdoor recreation year round, anywhere from hiking and mountain biking and rock climbing to water sports, as well as skiing and snowboarding. But we also are very, very close to the downtown city life of Ogden. So you kind of have the best of both worlds right there at your fingertips. They're all very easily accessible. You can kind of tailor it to how you want it to be. We also have a huge student life options galore on campus. We are not a small university. We're fairly large. We have 30,000 plus students between our 7 different campuses up here in Northern Ogden or Northern Utah. We offer everything a large university offers as far as student life goes, from sports to theater to outdoor recreation to clubs and organizations. We have the military. We have just about everything you can think of that you can get involved with. And there's the nice thing is that we function on a smaller scale. So our average class size is about 21 students to 1 professor. So you get the large university atmosphere, but you get the opportunities that you would on a smaller scale. So you actually don't have to worry about the competition bogging you down to get involved with a lot of things. We do study abroads. I took advantage of the study abroad option. I've traveled all over Europe. I've been to Greece, Turkey. I get to host my own study abroad, which is pretty cool now that I'm graduated. So there's a lot of really cool opportunities that come out of that. And it's incredibly affordable if you get into it. Weber State offers over 225 programs that you can choose from, anywhere from certificates and associates all the way up to master's and doctoral. Our most popular are going to be in the health professions, so nursing, radiology, anything along those lines. But we also have a really large business college, and our automotive is the best in the West, as well as our sales program. So we have quite a few things that you can choose from. It's a great place to be. You can kind of pick and choose and patch things together. And there's scholarships and opportunities that come out of all of them. Our out-of-state tuition is $16,000. This is tuition and fees for a full year. There's nothing hidden in this outside of books and housing that are separate. This is the cost. Very, very few people ever pay this amount just because of all the opportunities that we have. And because we are a WUE school, our out-of-state WUE tuition is this $8,651, which also includes tuition and fees for a full year, assuming you're going full-time. There are a few limitations when it comes to our WUE. It does not apply to our nursing or radiology program, and you have to have a 2.0 GPA to be able to qualify, and it is a separate application. You would actually fill it out during your scholarship application, which we'll talk about here in a second. So we offer academic scholarships just like most other places. Our academic scholarships are based off of your test score and your GPA. The cool thing with our scholarship program is that the scholarship is yours for a full 4 years, so you don't have to requalify or reapply for it every year. It's yours as long as you're maintaining a 2.5 GPA and you're going full time. So 8 semesters or 4 years, whichever you're choosing to do. A lot of our students are getting the Mount Ogden recently, so it's a pretty big one. And when it comes to the WUE or academic scholarships, if you qualify for the Mount Ogden or the Spike, they're actually better options than the WUE, but if not, the WUE is a fantastic option in itself. So you have some options and some different ways that you can look at it there. The scholarship application, it's called our special scholarship application. It is a one-page application that you fill out separately from the admissions application. It's a few questions, short answers. It's basically things like, what are your talents? What are you interested in? What are your skills? Things along those lines, kind of get to know you. And it blankets the entire university and pulls back scholarships that you are qualified for. The nice thing with this one is that they're not academic based, so they can be stacked. So if you have an academic scholarship, you can stack these ones on top of it, and it easily adds up quickly. So pretty simple there. Our scholarship deadline, our priority deadline for any scholarship is December 1st of your senior year. That's this coming December if you're a senior. And as long as you have your application and your transcripts and your test score, if you want to be qualified for scholarships, in by that December 1st, you're guaranteed the scholarship you qualify for. There's no essays or anything special required. We do offer campus housing. There's 2 different options. You can live in Wildcat Village, which is more of your community style. It's your traditional housing mostly. You do have to have a meal plan with that one. It's more of the social housing, you can say. It forces you more to get out and get involved and explore and experience things. University Village is more of your apartment style. So this one you can have 4 people in an apartment. You each have your own room. 2 of you share a bathroom, and then all 4 of you share the kitchen. So I always think of Friends if you've seen the series. That's what this one reminds me of. You don't have to have a meal plan. It's kind of more flexible in that range. A couple bonuses to living on campus. It's not required, but it's highly, highly recommended, especially your first year. If you live on it your first year, you get $1,000 off of your tuition automatically. It's $500 each semester for your first year. Plus there's living and learning communities, so you're actually roomed with people who have similar interests and majors that you have. And if you are a skier or a snowboarder, or you want to learn how to ski or snowboard, if you live in Wildcat Village in a specific resident hall, you actually get a free ski pass to Powder Mountain, which is just up the street from us. And it's the largest ski resort in the nation acreage wise, which is pretty awesome. And you'd be living with the people who are right there with you. So you shuttle up together, you have a great time. There are a lot of visiting options as far as campus goes. You can do daily tours. We do on-campus tours you can do. There's virtual campus tours. You can visit this website, weber.edu/visit, to schedule any one of those. They're all usually going year round, and they're all very, very informative. So it's definitely worth a shot. We also do a couple different virtual programs, so you can kind of get more in-depth information with academic advisors from each of the different colleges on campus. For more information, you can scan this QR code. It will give you a couple questions that you can fill out to get more detailed information on whatever programs you may be interested in, or what other aspects of Weber State you may be interested in. We can send you the updated information and ways to help you get involved and stay in the loop. And that is all I have for you.
Thank you to all of our presenters. We still have some time, so if anyone would like to ask questions, now would be the time to do it. I just have one more closing slide, and if there are any questions, our panelists can answer them. So thank you for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, this is just one of many sessions being hosted, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions at College2Career Fairs Connect.org. In about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording, as well as all the other session recordings at College2Career Fairs Connect.org. Thank you. And then, like I said, now, if anyone would like to ask questions, go ahead and type them in the Q&A. It looks like there are not any questions, so I'm going to end the meeting. Thank you to all of our presenters.
Thank you.